let's talk about refinances, because I'm sure a lot of people out there feel like you've missed the boat, so to speak, but I think we have some compelling arguments to that thought that I think, depending on certain situations, a refinance really still could make a lot of sense, right?
Right. We still have a lot of people calling, people who feel like maybe, they missed those super good rates. Rates have ticked up slightly. And they feel like, they missed it. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait for it to come back down. And I'm here to tell you that we don't personally feel like that's a very good idea, as our personal opinions are that rates are likely not going to be going back down in 2022. So we thought we'd talk about who's a good candidate for a refinance. When might it make sense for you to refinance, and why now is a good time to do it if you're thinking about doing it. So, number one thing that would make you a good candidate for a refinance, probably your rate, right?
Yeah.
So if your
simple.
rate's up there and you're thinking, it's still higher than going market, I'm gonna wait it out, don't do that. Call us and let's run some numbers and see if it makes sense with your rate and your monthly savings and what we can do from that perspective. But there's a couple other good reasons to refinance. One of them could be mortgage insurance.
True. Yeah.
Right?
Especially those Govy loans, maybe that have those. Is that what?
Yeah, like FHA loans. There's a lot of FHA loans if you don't put at least 10% down, where that mortgage insurance, or mortgage insurance premium as they call it, is on there for the life of the loan. Now is still a really great time to get out of that, because the values in our area have gone up substantially. So a lot of times people have 20% equity in their home and they don't need mortgage insurance anymore. And you can refinance out of that from FHA to a conventional loan, possibly. Good to look at. And see if you're a good candidate for that. Or rural development is the same way. They have an annual premium and it's on there for the life of the loan. So good time to start looking at, maybe you could get out of there, even get rid of that mortgage insurance.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the third one you think?
Well, I think a big one, you hit on it a little bit, but the values, right? So the market has been so crazy here that there's a lot of people that I know that have hundreds of thousands of dollars of equity in their home. And so depending upon if you've got maybe excessive credit card debt or some student loans, you really kind of just need to call us and we can run the numbers to see if it makes sense. But with all that equity in there, we can either pay those off, or it might be a great time just to take some of that money out of your home with all the equity in it and just kind of use that, because you may not be able to get to that if the rates continue to go so high.
Right. Home improvements.
Yep.
Some really cool things you can do with that equity, and we can help you determine if that's a good idea or not from a financial perspective. But there's a lot of people who have really had their lives changed by kind of doing some debt consolidation, getting a little bit of a fresh start, and utilizing that value that they've worked so hard for in their homes.
Yeah, everybody's different, and that's the key thing. Again, and we preach it every time we do these videos, but reach out to us. Let's communicate, let's have a conversation, let us run the numbers and see if it makes sense for you, because there's a lot of options out there.
And a lot of things that are pretty cool that we can do with a refinance. So give us a holler.